Victor Wembanyama is not who you think he is.
Oh, whoa! Excuse me, that should be a flagrant one.
Wemby is always trying to represent himself as the ultimate role model. He's polite and patient with the press, preaches about ethical basketball, goes to bed early, reads before games.
You really wrote a book?
Yeah, I read before every game. Is that this crazy?
But under the pressure of the playoffs, the dark side of the alien finally came to life.
Oh,
That's a problem for the Spurs.
At first, it looked like self-defense and he tried to downplay it by acting funny.
Because it's hard to like not fall to the dark side, you know, or to the light side or whatever.
But then he went on a tear, and after witnessing numerous dirty plays by Victor against OKC and especially New York in the finals, people started talking.
Wemby, while a great player, is a loser. He's a dirty, filthy player. He has no class whatsoever.
So let's see exactly how Wembanyama turned from a beloved future face of the league into the newest villain of the NBA. During a tight Game 1 in the clutch against the Thunder, Vic does the inexplicable.
That's a foul on Wemby. He pulled over Caruso. Great call by Mitchell Irvin. Was all over it. Dagnall wants a look at it with replay.
This was a weird-looking offensive foul that got Mike Dagnall raging for a flagrant. Why lower your head that much in the first place? But when the camera switches on to Wemby, it's clear why. He was sending a message. And he did a similar thing back in OKC for Game 5, bumping into Chet after a rare bucket over him.
How about this, guys? We were talking about the two main characters. This was as the timeout was called. And watch Jalen Williams. Hey, wait a minute. I saw that.
Eventually, the Spurs lost this game by a wide margin, so Wembanyama was left with no choice but to send his enforcers on a revenge mission.
NBA Showtime presented by AT&T. Recap of this one. 39 and a foul on the Spurs. Break it up. Mason Plumlee, the elbow in the back of McCain.
Yeah, that is a shot there by me. I'm surprised they're not taking a look at this. Yeah, I would say so. Look, everything that's going down here with the Thunder, here's a shot.
Biombo hard foul on McCain.
These are two shots to McCain. You took a shot in the back and this one right to the face.
This was a huge topic after the game, as we've never seen such blatant and obvious example of ordering a hit and run. And speaking of that, I gotta share this important message with you guys. Recently, a jury ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions of dollars for their role in designing and promoting addictive platforms. They knew their apps can contribute to anxiety, depression, and body image issues, but did not share those risks while prioritizing profits. The recent history verdict underscores the consequences of those decisions. Now, Morgan & Morgan is stepping up to hold these platforms accountable for the harm they caused. Click the link in the description to take a short quiz. You may be entitled to a potential recovery of over $1,000. The very next game, Wemby had to deal with the pesky Lou Dort going up the floor, so he just grabbed him like a little kid and threw him out of the way. No one really talked about this because the Spurs won the game by 30. So in a deciding Game 7, with the NBA Finals on the line, the alien was on the loose.
Wembanyama, Hartenstein got hit by the mouth. A loose ball foul here on the floor on Hartenstein, who's the one grabbing his mouth. That's pretty clear. And that left arm.
Yeah, that was an offensive foul on Wemby.
This was overturned into an offensive foul after the challenge by Dagnall, but I think it had all the signs of a flagrant. No one lifts their elbows that high without a malicious intent. Now, most of you will say that all of this is just normal, physical playoff type of basketball. And coming against an assertive OKC team, I would agree 100% with y'all. At the end, it all turned out great for the French giant, who explained his emotions after the game.
This game is so hard. This team is so good that you got to use every single emotion you got in you in order to win. And sometimes these emotions is passion, is love for the game. Sometimes it's anger. Sometimes it might even be jealousy. But I don't want to use weigh myself down with any of these energies. I use them on the court.
Okay, I respect that, but how do you explain this? On the pick and roll, Jose tries his best to keep Wemby out of the paint, so he just clutches Alvarado by the neck with both hands and throws him away. There's no replay of this because it went under the radar and no call was made. But that is egregious. However, GTA had his moments against the alien in the next couple of games.
Pulls up, jump shot, got it! Guarded by Wemby, a whistle and a foul. How about Jose Alvarado talking about fearless?
It doesn't matter how big the player is that's guarding you. If you can get them moving back and you have that quick stop and start, that's a beautiful shot from Alvarado.
And in Game 4, he absolutely stood his ground on the defensive end, even going a step further.
Here comes the double team, kicks it back out. Harper swings it, good ball movement. Alvarado trying to front and doing a good job. He falls down. Fox has to shoot and knocks it down. Everything going in for San Antonio.
This is late in the possession, but Karl Anthony Towns can tell him, get out, get out, get out. He has plenty of opportunity to get in front of Wemby.
And then he just grabs his leg.
But what got Knicks fans on the edge of their nerves is Victor getting away with a lot of cheap shots.
A lot of post wrestling going on down there as Hart comes up.
Watch this play. This is what frustrated Brunson. Oh, whoa. That's, excuse me, that should be a flagrant one. I can understand why Brunson and then Wemby's laughing at it.
If you could isolate one single moment that turned the entire city of New York against Wembanyama, this was it. A game prior, in a random battle for position with Robinson, Wemby got protected by the refs like he's an endangered species.
My mistake, the foul was on Anunoby. As Wemby and Robinson's just got hit with a technical foul.
Watch this. Wemby pushes him, and then they push each other back. And then that's where the technical occurs on Mitchell Robinson. I don't like that call.
I don't like that call either. You cannot give a tech to only one of the guys who's in the scuffle. Come on now. These two went back at each other in Game 4 when
Wembanyama against Robinson pulls back out. His handle for his size is just hard to believe. Spins, falling away, flips it up and banks it home. An amazing play from Wembanyama, and it's a 17-point lead. Spurs have 37 points. And an offensive foul called down this end. Now here's going to be the interesting thing. By the way they've called flagrant fouls all season, that's a flagrant.
Yeah, we saw who's in whose head at the end of this one. Wemby missed two crucial free throws in the last 2 minutes, allowing OG Anunoby to crown the most incredible comeback in NBA Finals history. But none of that would be possible if Victor crashed into OG's knees here. I don't want to believe that this was him trying to hurt Anunoby on purpose, although it got dangerously close. Up by 29 points in the third, this was the elbow that sparked the Knicks' comeback.
That quickness just gets you back on your heels. He is so good at making you retreat to get to that mid-range.
Towns shaken up. You hear the crowd reacting to the replay. There's the elbow.
This was his third flagrant foul of the playoffs, and just for comparison, during the entire regular season, he only had one. But let's get back to Wemby being immune on the basketball court.
I think there should have been an investigation. Get him the basketball in front of the rim with that lineup. Patient, he gets it, finishes Jalen Brunson down.
Brunson hurt, once again landing area. The Knicks are furious. Here's the play that has Mike Brown and Brunson upset.
Brunson gets into this three-point shot right here. There's no doubt he takes away his space on a closeout. It's going to be a flagrant.
A critical no call here that did not go the Knicks' way.
Brunson swishes the three in transition, but more importantly, could have got seriously hurt by Victor's huge foot undercutting him. The NBA preached about this all season and even hit Jalen with a flagrant one on this three-point attempt by Champagnie, which was nowhere near hazardous like Wemby's. But when the NBA darling does it, they suddenly look elsewhere. Regardless, Captain Clutch took justice into his own hands and ultimately set things straight. But even then, Mr. Ethical couldn't find the guts to congratulate the champions, pulling an Isiah Thomas on the Knicks.
If you leave the court and you don't look me in my face and I just beat you, I actually know that I own you forever because you couldn't even look me in the face. And so to see them walk off the court, it was disheartening. And I'll blame it on youth. I'll blame it on lacking the leader to show them that, hey, this is what you do, not walk off.
And to make things even worse, Wembanyama shocked the entire world at the press conference when he said this.
Thank you, Victor. All right. Appreciate y'all. See y'all. Never.
While I do appreciate the fact that he doesn't allow anyone to punk him, there's absolutely no excuse for being dirty and talking trash while you're up to then run away from your opponent when you lose. Wembanyama is still very young and inexperienced, so there's a lot of time for him to write his own story. But at the moment, all the anger of the NBA community that's funneled towards him is well deserved. We met the dark side of Wemby, and that might be his only one. But most of you don't know that his villain origin story came 2 seasons ago when he threw Brunson's career-high 61-point game ball in the stands. You gotta check out the entire timeline of the animosity between these two teams, and I detailed everything right here in this video. Talk to you in the next one. Peace out.